have duties in our country? If so, what are their duties? If not, why don't they have duties? So do women have duties? And depending on how you answer, just tell us why.
Duties.
Yeah. I'm like, where
Like service or like
That's
Like a woman's job,
responsibilities.
like a woman's job on this planet, like on this earth.
So
Because a man
currently,
is a
to this
provider and a
country.
protector. I guess that's what it is.
in the country right now, what is the woman's obligations in our country?
Right.
What duties does she have? We know we know that men have. So, quick example, we know that men have certain duties. If men don't adhere to certain duties, then listen, this would be a third world country. We wouldn't stay afloat. Meaning that with the military, men have a duty to protect the country. If the majority of our military aren't men, well, Iran would take us over, China would take us over, physically take us over. Men have all of these. You get what I'm saying? So these are duties in our country so we can sustain our current living situation.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's start with you. What
I
duties do
mean-
women have?
I think we all have like a duty as just humans to
They can
treat
answer the question.
each other, treat our planet, I don't know, I always feel like try to leave something better than you found it. And I like genuinely believe like if you put good out and you do good, like eventually it will come back to you. So I think like duty to just be a good person. I'd
What?
say yeah.
Okay, so woman's duty is to be a good person. So that's not a duty. That's like that's
That's
something that you
that's
would
expectation.
want all people
to do.
to be. That's something that you would expect. Like you expect all people to be good people. We wouldn't want them to be bad people.
Mhm.
What is the woman's obligations?
I
What
don't
are
know.
women obligated to do for this country?
She understands that.
But I bet if you ask them what men should do, they'll have like 1,000 things men should do. They always have a list of what things men should do, but they never have a list of what things women should do. Isn't it funny?
As her answer. That's what she came
But what I'm saying is it doesn't fit as the answer. Can you think of something that's tangible? What I'm saying? Like some tangible. That all people should be good people, men and women. But I'm saying that what's tangible, what are women's duties that's tangible to do in this country? Fine. And then do you have an answer for this or no?
I would say to raise our children properly.
Oh, can you say that more? And you could pick it up too. Just say it again, because I honestly don't think they heard you.
I would say raise our children properly.
Okay. All right. What about you?
Unfortunately, I don't think we have an actual duty, but and the thought I had in my mind was educate. That was the one thought I had, but I don't think that is expected in the way that a man is expected to protect our country. I don't necessarily feel like there's a specific duty put in place for a woman, unfortunately.
Okay. And do you think that that's a good thing?
I don't think that's a good thing.
So you think it's a negative, bad thing?
I honestly, I don't think is a good or bad thing. I think we should have something to do. We should have the same way a man feels value because he's the protector, not just of whoever he's with, but also like consider as his country. I feel like we should have something that as a woman we should do to add to our country, to our community, to the world.
A woman's duty is the duty to her family first. This is why men have stopped dating. And I've said this before, women are taught what to expect from a man. They're never taught what to do for a man. Like when a girl and a boy, maybe 30 years ago, but right now in 2025, 10, 15, 20 years ago, in fact, actually, let me say 50, 60 years ago, both men and women would be taught what to do for each other, right? But ever since feminism, Women are taught a man should give you money. He should worship the ground you walk on. He should buy you flowers. He should take you to expensive dinner dates. He should buy you clothes. He should take you on trips. They are never taught what to do for a man. So I'm not even surprised they can't name one responsibility a woman has towards society, let alone a man. We are doomed.
Okay. And then once again, ladies, this is a thought-provoking exercise. Maybe you never thought about a question like this. So we're going to get your thoughts on it. What about you?
I think a couple things. I think that a woman's duty on this earth, on this planet, in this country is to nurture. I feel like children, our families, our friends, to empathize with others, to be empathetic. I think another duty is to have a sense of independence and know what that's like, whether you have children or not, whether you have a man or not.
Independence.
So that comes with education, educating yourself, and being able to provide and have a roof over your head. So because you don't have children doesn't mean you don't need. Doesn't mean excuse me. Because you don't have children, I feel like you should still have your own place. So like responsibilities as a duty as well.
Duty to the country, not to yourself.
I think just being a nurturer, a natural nurturer.
Okay, but how would that help the country? Like, explain how being a woman, being a nurturer is for the country, if you could. If
For
you
the
could say.
USA,
They
Yeah.
can't.
Just tie it in for me, if you can.
Simple third
I
grade
can't.
question. They can't.
Okay, fair enough. And what about you?
Wow.
So I think women are designed to bring forth life. And I think that'll essentially help because we are birthing future leaders that is going to do whatever they need to do for this country. Without us, there's nobody else. Like, you can't continue to have society without the woman giving birth.
But that's
Yeah, y'all are giving birth to a bunch of YNs. Let's be honest. Y'all are giving birth to a bunch of kids that you can't even discipline. And then you send them to school and you expect the teachers to do your job as parents. You expect the teacher to be a parent. You expect the teacher to be a therapist. You expect the teacher to be a coach. You expect the teacher to be the father, the mother. All you guys are doing is giving birth to the kids, and that's it.
a double duty. Same thing for the men.
Well, yeah, but again, you can't have one without the other.
Yeah, so it's meaning that it's null and void. So if it's for the men, so if this, you can't say this is woman's duty. This would be the man and the woman's duty for us to procreate and continue the population.
But it's the woman's duty
I'm
to
asking-
give birth, though.
and to nurture the child,
But
to become somebody.
yeah, but
The man plants the seed, but we give birth.
yeah, so
But you can't give the birth without the seed being planted.
But
Something
we
that you can
raise
do
it.
without the need of the other one.
Right,
Yeah,
but we
that's-
raise it as well.
and the thing is, I want you ladies to speak about currently too. So, what I'm saying is, when we're speaking about duties here, I'm saying, what's the woman's duty? Alone. Not a duty that she participates with another man and they have a shared duty. I'm not speaking about shared duties.
They don't
I'm
know.
speaking about the woman's duty. And
They got no
that
idea.
duty, do you know that 28% of Gen Z has been aborted? So women don't
Wow.
they don't even adhere to their duty. From a general standpoint, 1 million babies are aborted per year. So you saying that, yeah, the woman duty is to, procreate and have children. A lot of women not doing that at all. That we are actually below replacement level when it comes to our population. It's supposed to be 2.1 babies per woman. Right now, we are at 1.6 babies per woman. We are below replacement level, which is why the Democrats is like, oh, let all of these immigrants in, because they know that. So what the Democrats do, the feminist movement, what they do is they propagate all of this garbage on women and indoctrination to say you can be independent, you can be a boss babe, you don't need a man. Go ahead out there and trace your career rather than chase a family. And we see this playing out. This is why we are below replacement level, meaning that we
Honestly, the whole population thing of women are not giving enough, and they're not giving birth enough, and there's not enough people to replace the population. I don't know if that's true. It probably is based on statistics, but with the way women prefer to become single mothers, and with the way women say they would rather be pregnant than be married, I don't know if that's true. Because everywhere you look, there's a bunch of little kids. You go out shopping, you see plenty of women with young kids. So I don't know, man. Women get pregnant left and right. So I don't know about the whole it's not enough kids out here, or I don't know. Because women would rather be single moms than be married.
if it continues, we actually need immigrants. We got to bring them in. Like we actually would have to bring them in, right? This would mean that, and it wasn't this way before. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, I'm extrapolating this out to make the point that I'm making. So we're speaking about immigration and stuff like that too. But that's just to make sense of, to prove the point that, you know, women are doing their duty, the duty that she said. Now, I think everybody went right. And it's funny because the ladies that couldn't answer the question, that's fair. I'm not getting on y'all. Yeah, I mean, this is a question that maybe you didn't think about. But the truth is, the reason why you didn't have to think about it is because men, we built and created a safe country that you don't even feel like you have a duty. You don't even feel like you have a duty because it's like, wow, I get to live and be free.
Because they
And kind of do what I want. What duties do I have to the society? But if I flipped it, you know, a man has a duty to protect. A man has the duty to be electricians, to do offshore drilling, to be the majority of the workers. Do you know that there's never been a woman in history or a group of women that built a building? They never put 4 walls up with a ceiling with some windows and a freaking doorknob. They never did it.
They don't want to
You
do
can
those
Google
jobs.
it. A woman never built a building.
They don't want to do those jobs. So when they talk about equality, it's not that they want equality in construction. It's not that they want equality in being plumbers and being electricians. It's not that they want equality when it comes to, I don't know, fighting wars, when it comes to, you know, digging the big ditches, you know, working in sewage. They don't want that type of quality. They want equality in the offices and being CEOs and shit like that. Also, they don't want equality when it comes to paying bills. Just a reminder.
What do you feel
So
like
think
a
about
woman's
that. Every
duty is?
building that you see, every building that you walk into that keeps you warm has all been created by men. History. Think about that. That's just crazy, right? Then when you think about the cars, all been created by men. When you think about these mics, you want to get the reactions too, Ease. When you think about the mics, when you think about the lights, the cameras, all created by men.
The action too,
I
right?
Tampons
action
created
too,
by
right?
women.
I
The
say
action
this.
too,
I
right?
say this very loudly.
Right,
We
sure.
need men forever and for everything. I will have a continuous heated debate with any woman that would sit across from me and tell me she does not need a man. Because bitch, what?
Shout out to her. That's the
I
first.
need one for everything. For everything, for everything, for everything. I need a man. I need a
The feminists are gonna attack her for sure. Because feminists don't like it when a woman says anything positive about men. So I mean, first of all, she looks good. So better, I'm sure they're going to hate her for that. But the fact that she's saying something positive about men, they're going to attack her for real.
man to feel like I'm a woman.
Right.
I also think that in history,
Yeah.
men have been afforded opportunities that women haven't always had the same opportunity in.
You have the opportunity
That
now.
could open some of the doors to what you're speaking about.
You got the opportunity now. So what are you gonna do about it?
When did women earn their right to vote?
That
Yeah.
Something, you know, so yes, men have created and built a lot of these things in history, but women also at some of these points in history were not afforded the same opportunities that men were.
Do you know that the funny thing is women actually didn't want the right to vote? If you look at the history of the 19th Amendment, right? The 19th Amendment, it wasn't voted on. Women didn't vote for that at all. The government, they just went ahead and passed that law. Like they just granted it to women, meaning that there was a movement, the feminist movement started with the suffragettes. The suffragettes was a group of women that would be going around creating a lot of propaganda, making a little bit of noise. And they were pushing for feminism, crying and saying, oh, you know, we need the right to vote and we want to be in a workforce and you guys should create jobs that we can do and you should, you know, lower the standards and things like that. You need to go ahead and get women in the workforce and give women these chances. You know that the majority of the women back in the night, because the suffragettes started feminism and the suffragettes started in 1906, I believe. Or it's 1903. It's one of them, either 1903 to 1906. And do you know that the women back then rejected it? They said, wait, why would I work when I can have a man that works? And guess what? Do you know that back then women had zero debt?
Well,
So listen to this real quick. You were debt free. You know why? Because the man incurred all of the debt.
I like that.
because women weren't allowed to.
No, it's not allowed to. Even back in the 1900s and in the late 1800s, women always worked. So that's a myth that women were like barefoot, naked, cooking in the kitchen. No, women had little nursing jobs in the medical field.
They were
They had
teachers.
secretary jobs. They were teachers.
Yep.
And they also ran daycares and stuff. They also had jobs in fields that they had skills in, like the nurturing stuff, right? What the suffragettes was fighting for, they wanted to be equal to a man. They were fighting for, wait, the man is doing this, getting this money. Well, I want the opportunity to do this and to get that money too.
You know what, baffles me with the whole equality thing, and women want to be equal and earning the same money and doing the same jobs as men. First of all, they don't want to do all the same jobs as men. Like I told you guys, they pick and choose what type of jobs they want to be equal to, or they want to do like men, right? When it comes to being a fireman or working in the fire department, being a soldier in the front lines, digging ditches, they don't want to do those type of jobs. They just want the AC kind of office, right? But let's say I earn $100,000 and a woman earns $100,000. She still wants a man who makes more than her. So it's like, so if we're all earning the same amount of money, how are you ever gonna get a man who earns more money than you to pay your bills? Because guys, best believe, just because a woman earns lots of money, that doesn't mean she doesn't want a man who's going to earn more than her, or a man who's willing to pay all her bills. So if I make $100,000 and the woman makes $100,000, guess what? She would prefer me to use my $100,000 to pay her bills while she keeps her $100,000. Even if she screams she's independent and doesn't need a man. So that baffles me the whole time. I don't get the logic. I mean, I get that it's selfish. I get that it's a double standard, but I don't get how in their minds they don't see that it doesn't make sense.
So the woman was actually against this. So meaning that, once again, let me express this to you. The majority of women, full majority of women in the United States did not vote and was totally against having the right to vote. You get what I'm saying? So that right there just pretty much debunks the aspect that, well, women wasn't given the opportunity. I'm saying that women didn't want that opportunity. They didn't view it as an opportunity. They viewed it as, what I'm doing now is a blessing. I get to stay home, be with a man that protects and provides for me, that loves me. I get to raise my beautiful children rather than working and doing the things that a man does, acquiring all of this debt. Think about what work is. It's competing in a marketplace. Generally speaking, you don't even want to work. Like, let's say this hypothetically. If you had a choice to be with a man and he covered all the bills for you, but it was genuine, like he wasn't no simp paying for bills and stuff, like it was genuine out here, right? And you had kids with him. You were a nurturer at home raising kids, right? Or to be an independent woman, be out there working, which, or not even that. Let's say both. Would you have a relationship where it's 50-50? Or a relationship where working for you is optional? You can work, but you're not obligated to work. Which one?
The last one.
What would I like, or
Yes.
what? is the
What-
reality, or what would I accept, or
What
would
would
I
you
be-
prefer? Would you prefer a relationship where it's, oh, let's do this so it's real easy to understand.
Mhm.
Relationship A, it's 50-50.
Never.
You actually have to work. You're obligated to work. That's relationship A. Relationship B, working is optional. You don't have to work because your man can cover it all. And this relationship is genuine and it's good.
That's the
It's
deal
love
most
there.
women want.
I mean, I would say option B, as long as there was a healthy relationship and environment, and if that afforded me the opportunity to be present with my children and
Yeah, it affords all that. Yep.
Yeah.
So option B.
I
What
would-
about you?
Mhm.
What about you?
I'm sorry, can you express those options again?
Okay. Option A is it's 50-50, meaning that you ain't got no option. You gotta work because it's 50-50.
Yeah, B.
Option B. Okay. What about you?
Big B's, you heard?
Yeah, we know you choosing B.
Big B.
Shorty choosing double B's.
Yes. Double
And,
with the double
He's a
D.
what about you?
gangster.
Choosing B. So listen, you ladies, you would actually, if you knew the truth about these things before you was indoctrinated with all of this false propaganda and all of this nonsense, you would have actually been one of those women that was against feminism.
Before my man now,
Yeah.
I was in a relationship where I was the provider. That I was going based off love, and I was going based off this and that, and I didn't care that
Love don't pay the bills though.
they don't pay the bills, Papa. I was paying Con Edison. I was paying
She
my
was
car note
pimping.
with my car insurance. I was paying my phone. I was paying my hair, my makeup, my eyelashes,
The rent.
my Brazilian tan. I was paying everything for my kid. I was paying for this, for that. Like it gets to a point that is like, and then you in my house. You feel me? Like I'm paying for the food. I'm paying for the rent. It's a lot. So it's like you're gonna be in my face and you want pipe. Or every night, morning, night, you want your clothes washed, your stuff ironed, folded.
You want to be
This,
asking
that.
who's
You
calling,
want to
who I'm
drive my
texting.
car. You want to drive my car. I'm sorry. I'm tired of being the provider. I'm not your mother. I don't have 2 kids. I have 1 child that came out of this. So I'm not going to sit here and stand for that. So I've learned from my experience. That's why y'all sitting here and y'all looking at me like, damn, she's a gold digger. Damn, she's never going to find nobody. Damn, I don't know how her niggas with her. She's that nigga's a simp. No, it's not that. It's that I learned from my experiences and I told myself I'm not going to go back to that. I want a man to provide. I want
That's
a man
cool.
to
I get
show
what you're
me
saying.
that he could maintain and he could be on my level. Because at the end of the day, I have a level too. I
I
have
get it.
investments. I have my stuff that I'm doing. That's why I'm not out here with my bag and my stuff and thinking, trying to flex and I'm broke at home. No, I got my little, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't got to show and prove that to nobody. But my man got to come with that too. And you got to splurge that thing on me. Because if you're not splurging, I don't want to hear it. You're not going to see.
I mean, that's what most women want, right? And to be honest, I think most men don't have an issue providing for a woman. But there are 2 reasons why most men don't want to provide anymore. Number 1, most women don't appreciate. You see how she's talking like as if it's an expectation, like as if it's a must. It's like as if it's a given, like as if you should just provide just because she's a woman. So that's what most men don't want, right? They don't want a woman who's entitled. Number 2, this woman was screaming how she's independent, doesn't need a man. And now she's saying she needs a provider. Like, so when a man hears those 2 things, he's like, that doesn't make sense. How are you screaming you're independent, you don't need me, but then you're saying you need a provider? So when men listen to that, it's like, what the fuck is going on?
See me in all 4s. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
And
Not
to take
happening.
it off of you,
Yeah.
if we just put everything that you say and map it onto another individual, because I want to speak in general,
Yeah.
so you don't get so sensitive, because what I'm going to say is
you're not
harsh.
gonna sensitive. I'm good.
Right? So the reality is, all of that is cool, right? But it doesn't answer the question where what is your duty? What does the man get in return? What is your
Nothing.
obligations? All of you ladies had no true obligations to the conversation at hand, where we're speaking about what is the woman's duties in this country.
They don't know, because they were taught a man should do everything for them. They were never taught what they should do for a man. So they have no idea. And the thing is, it's not like they reach at a certain age. For some women, it happens maybe when she's 35, 40, 45. She can look in the mirror and be like, you know what? Maybe my mindset is the reason why I can't keep a man. Maybe my entitlement is the reason why I can't keep a man. But unfortunately, because they have the mindset of a man should do everything for me and I just exist. I just show up just because I'm pretty. Most of them keep that same mindset the whole way. So they never look in the mirror to be like, you know what? Maybe I need to bring something to the table for a man. It doesn't got to be money. These days, some women can't even cook. They think cooking for a man is slavery. You know what I mean? So it's going to be very hard for them to find a real provider who doesn't expect anything in return, because they forget men have feelings too. So if Boogie is going to pay your bills, best believe Boogie wants something in return. Number one, show that you appreciate my provision. Number two, don't make it seem like as if I need to beg for any romance. Don't make me beg for me to clap your cheeks, right? Number three, you making me a sandwich, we shouldn't have to fight for it. Fight over you making a sandwich. And number four, can you please not complain all the time? Can we have some peace in the house? Like, I should leave work excited I'm coming home to see my woman. You know, I shouldn't come home, stay in the car for 2 hours because I'm scared if I go in the house, this woman is going to start the whole time. But anyway, man, shout out to No Fugazi. Let me put the next topic, the next video. We're going to go to Anton Daniels.